Yoru rework. Okay, man, gameplay, all abilities. We got a lot to discuss here, so let's get straight into it. Don't want to waste your time. First thing, it's time to look at the new footsteps. It is on one single charge, and you send out a clone that looks blue to your teammates. However, on the enemy side, just looks like a normal Yoru running at you. And if the enemies fall for it and shoot the clone, it literally looks at you and blows up, causing a flash in a cone radius. Now, this is insane, especially the whole idea that it's in a cone radius. That is actually extremely... So it's a balancing act, but that actually makes it so much stronger because the minute your clone gets shot, you can actually swing peek it knowing that it's gonna automatically aim towards the enemies. Another thing to note is you can tell that the minute it's shot, it immediately turns around. It's not like it has a health pool, so if they fall for it in a second, they fell for the entire thing. Now, we don't know how much it'll cost, and now it is just one charge, but the ability is about 300 times more useful than the old footsteps, and I don't think any Yoru main is going to be complaining. Like, I'm just beyond excited. The next change is to our teleport. So, as you can see, as the teleport is going, you can press F on it to interact, and it sends out a fake teleport. And you'll be able to see basically what's happening here is if you or the enemy Yoru sends out a fake teleport and activates it, it leaves a splash on the ground. The point of this is so Yoru mains have to be extremely creative with how it's used. You have to set it up in a way where they'll hear the teleport but not see it, or else it might be overpowered. And even if you use a corner to fake teleport, the idea is that the enemies can swing it, check it, and see the puddle to know that it was a fake teleport. So, to be honest, I think this is genius, because if you could just pop the sound with no confirmation, it's going to be overall way too confusing. This allows Yoru mains to have to still play smart. That's what we want. We want Yoru to be strong, but he needs to have that high ceiling to retain balance. Something you'll note is all the demonstrations are made with infinite abilities, so we do not know credits, we do not know, let's say, the timer on the teleport, and I think it's because those are not final yet. Last but very much not least, keep up here, the ultimate can be popped. And wow, is that a clear ultimate. The near sight is gone. You can use all your abilities. You can teleport. You can pop out. You can't shoot, but you can see a lot of changes went to the ultimate. So let's break them down one by one. Alrighty, so Yoru is no longer revealed to enemies. So you guys know if you get close to a Yoru in his ult, you kind of see him. Well, that is no longer the case. Yoru is able to cast all utility while in dimensional drift, which you've seen in the video. Enemies can hear Yoru's footsteps now though. So even though they can't see me, let's say I'm running right past them, they will hear the footsteps. Now, in my opinion, this is still going to be extremely confusing hearing a bunch of footsteps around you without seeing him, but I guess that's supposed to be the counterbalance. Near sight is now removed, so you can see normally. That one is huge for scouting. The last two things are the unequipped delay time is increased slightly and cast delay added to the casting of dimensional drift. This is so if Yorus pull out their mask and then the minute they get shot they press alt, that's not as viable. They're just two slight nerfs to offset all the buffs. The last thing to note is that flashes have not been changed. Now, here are my closing thoughts. I think this is amazing. Do I think he's going to be super OP? I'm not Radiant to be able to judge, but Ethos, Red, they play really well with Yoru in high elo lobbies, and I think they're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of success on this new Yoru. I also think I can get away with calling him OP in the right hands at a lower elo. This is going to be hard to deal with. Like, imagine in the, Iron, Bronze, Silver, those clones are going to be shot most of the time. I really believe it. Or you're going to act like a dummy Yoru and run past them because no one's going to shoot them. It's going to be quite interesting. This guy's reminding me a lot of like Shaco from League of Legends now, with a lot of different adjustments to his playstyle, as well as adjustments that help the current playstyle. Like, overall, this is a huge buff. There is no denying that. I think he's going to be insane, and he may be borderline overpowered because, tricking Valorant players, it happens, especially in the lower elos, even gold, plat. Like, it's going to be interesting to see. But as a Yoru main, I'm excited. Make sure to check out the article down below for more detail and insight by Riot themselves. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.